Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am, as always, your host of the sound of air rushing past you in a wind tunnel. How you doing today? How's it going? Hope you're hanging in there. I'm not doing too bad. Thanks for asking. Not too much today. Not really. It's coming to you live from a rather late 3:45 a.m. I got a little later of a start than I expected, but I've been busy. I was working on, oh, we're Hellhorned default today, huh? I'm working on preparing for a midterm that I have that's coming up, and I just kind of forgot about. I got like 3 days, so I still have time, but it's happening. And like I went on the mental wellness break that they gave me from like the 24th to the 28th, where I didn't have anything to do, and then the return to my schooling was just 2 lectures that I haven't watched yet because I can watch them whenever. So I feel like I'm still kind of on a mental health break, but that ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm going to go ahead and sit down and catch up on all my lectures and all that. Well, I guess today's Monday for you, but anyway. In response to yesterday's comment question, mostly got the answers I expected, which is fireworks are cool, but they're very loud, and yeah, generally I agree. Like, the idea of fireworks is fine, but in practice, a lot of loud explosions, I'm alright, I'm good. Today's question kind of relates to yesterday's question. It is a similar idea anyway. How do you feel about concerts? World's kind of reopening, for better or for worse, and you may have the opportunity to go to concerts again. Not like a defining part of my life, but I do not like concerts. It's been like a pretty long standing staple in my life throughout high school, especially. People were like, hey, you want to come? Like, one of my friends was in a band. Like, not my friend was in a band, a friend of a friend was in a band. Well, friend of a friend's boyfriend, I guess. Well, like, friend's boyfriend eventually became friend, but like, he was in a band, and I would not. They were like, hey, you want to come see their band? And I went, no, I'm okay. It's been I went to one concert when I was much younger, and I did not like it. They're too loud. I don't like them. I like, truly do not get the appeal of going to concerts. A lot of people, they're big fans, but I would always get invited, and I would always say, nah, I'm okay. I feel the same way about things like going to the club, or yeah, basically feel the same way about something like going to the club, right? It's just too loud, and I don't know. I'd rather sit down somewhere and just talk. Like, I'm much more of a let's get dinner, not a let's go to a show, personally. However, how you feel about concerts? Any interesting thoughts? If you would like to, you can tell me about a cool concert that you went to. Like, maybe you have a favorite band that you got to see, something like that. That's a good way to go about it as well. But that'll do it for me today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to it, shall we? We're Hellhorned, Exile, Awoken. It's a great clan combo. Always excited to see this one because it means I can slam Brawler Prince. Very excited. Soulsucker Talos, Curse Foul, Diligent Seraph, Fortify Vine Grasp, and Flame. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if I said that or not. Let's go. Shall we? Lost luggage? Sure, absolutely. I mean, just the other relic there does not exist to me. Oh, we even see the brawler? It's nuts. This is one of the few times that I feel strong enough to grab Divine Horde. We have double armor cards for our Prince's survivability. I feel like this is fine. Will I regret this? I don't know. But Lightstone Casing is really good if I live. So we're gonna be very careful. Like, so you balance it out, right? Because I took these pack shards, we don't take the trial. Had I not taken those pack shards, I would have taken this trial. It's a little bit of yin and also yang. However, being able to have one extra upgrade on something like Ritual Battle on this run will be extremely good. There he is. We got a bunch of armor as well. I feel great about this combat, so I think we're going to, like, I have a very strong feeling boards are taking of that relic being good, and it's exciting because I have not picked a relic at the start of this game in I don't even know how long. There's been a lot of episodes. I used to do it freely, and lately I've been much more afraid because the boss gets scary. That is not the card that I wanted. Unlucky. Yeah, that's just ugly. He's fine, don't worry. He'll come back from that one. None of these are Ritual of Battle. One of them's Fledgling Imp, though, and Fledgling Imp is really good. Tiresome Climb is also okay here, but Fledgling Imp is really, really strong. My backline plan can be Glimmer. A really good thing we can do here is plus 10 piercing Extreme Stone holdover Glimmer. Sounds great. That sounds very good. So, interestingly enough, Steel Shop isn't super important. It's still like... It's good to go to the Hellhorned banner because Steelworker can be our Prince survivability like starting plan, where it makes him neutral on armor, or +1 I guess. But outside of Steelworker, what do I want here? Nothing. Like, it is just Steelworker. I guess Apex Imp. Would I play Apex Imp here? Probably. I'd probably play Apex Imp here. I'll go right. Multi-strike plus 10 rage 7 if they show me him. No Apex Imp. That's okay. I will pick Rail Beater here. He's a good early game grab just to make sure that our next combat is safe. But I won't take any upgrades here. We will just move it. I'm not going to take the money either. Let's go. I wouldn't mind playing a Cultivate strategy. Basically play like yesterday's run. Spikes is too risky. Especially on Sweet Boss. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing a Cultivator. Obviously, this one's going to be a little more awkward to cultivate because we have no healing spells. However, we just pick 2 or 3 up, right? It doesn't have to be a lot of cultivates. I just need a B-Floor to sit in front of my Prince. Although also worth noting, if I pick a cultivating line, I do need to take space or cut the Fledgling Imp, both of which are kind of weird to do. Not really weird, just not what I want to do necessarily. I don't know why I pinged that spell shield. What's the purpose of pinging the spell shield there? Like, for what? I don't know. It just felt right. I can't. It felt right. Feels good. I'd do it again, I think. Let's keep tradition here. Play Train Steward and then ping him for good luck. Stay in the line here. Thanks, Rail Beater. I actually would have been in a bit of trouble here without Rail Beater, I fear. I'm glad I grabbed him. It was pretty close to skipping him, and that would have been pretty bad. I will play Ritual of Battle. We got the Lightstone casing for it. Happy to do it. No Steel Enhancer. I was really hoping for Steel Enhancer here, just to give Prince a little more base health. Alas. No Razor Sharp Edge, I don't believe, because I need to... I think we're better off without it. I'd rather have a Rage strategy, and we have Ritual Battle. I don't need to take Razor Sharp here. We're gonna go right. Remove Consume, -1, +20. Consume, Extreme Stone, Intrinsic. Okay, so we're gonna grab Extreme Stone here. I think Extreme Stone Glimmer makes sense. Could do Extreme Stone Intrinsic holdover as well. Awoken Hollow. I'll do it. I'll play it. I think it's good. Even if we only cultivate once or twice and only heal him a little bit, I think it's still good. I will play it. And we can kind of shape the deck towards him now. And it still seems good. I would like to play this with Piercing holdover for sure. We can do 2 -1s on Ritual. I definitely put 1 -1 on Ritual. We can do 2 -1s holdover potentially, but I think I'd rather just make it free. Give it 3 -1s. One of them goes here. We're gonna reroll and check for holdover. If we don't hit it, it's not bad, but if we do hit it, it's pretty great. Because there's our backline, our survivability option. This is an extremely good card. All over it. Now, I do want to think about putting intrinsic on it. A lot of question marks on this run go away. But if we put intrinsic onto this Glimmer, it's excellent up until the Divinity, where it becomes a little more of a question mark. However, I think I just do it because here's what I'm thinking. I have torches. I can ping off important spell shields and then just Glimmer that floor away. I think I can play intrinsic on it. However, it's also worth noting that I do draw 10 cards in a turn through Lost Luggage. It's a very interesting question that you're offering me here. Let me look at the Concealed Caverns. Look, Wildwood Sap's good for rejuvenation triggers. Take it. Do I take intrinsic here? This is... I think I will take intrinsic here. Although... Ooh, I'm really going back and forth on this one, but this is... There's a lot of different ways to think about this. So if you put intrinsic on this right now, you take away any question of dying in the next, 3 combats. But is there a question of dying in the next 3 combats anyway? I don't really feel like there is much of one. Do I take space is also a question. I think I am going to skip intrinsic. I don't think I need plus 10 piercing, but I might end up putting a -1 on this Glimmer instead. We'll skip it for now. I think we're better off without it right now. Or rather, I think we will be better off later for not taking intrinsic here. But it's a tough choice. I think it is a choice that is worth the amount of time that I spent thinking about it, because there's a lot that goes into it. I don't actually feel like Ritual Battle is that good here, and I'd rather play Wildwood Sap. Yeah, Wildwood Sap Root Seeds I think is going to give more. Because that's +4 attack. Ritual Battle is +20, but it's going to tick down. Fledgling Imp. How sad. I don't get any value for enemies walking up to me. I'm not gaining anything. I don't have +2 on Slay. So... I don't think I have +2 on Slay, do I? Oh, that's from Rejuvenate, yeah. So, it's a little scary before you draw the healing. But you draw the healing and then it's no longer scary. He heals a lot. More of the healing every turn is for the Rejuvenate. And I'll click on most Rejuvenate options they send my way on this run right now. There's only 17? There was a lot of enemies on that floor for that to be a 17 only. I feel like Root Seeds is better here. Oh, I should have pinged that spell shield off. I don't think it matters, but I should still not. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference because she's going to die anyway, but it's still not. Right, this is a bad idea. A bad call. I just wanted to play Train Steward, alright? I think this is going to be one of those no draw runs. We're going to end up on Energy Space, potentially. I'm not convinced of Fledgling Imp right now, though, I gotta tell you. I think I could just run this without him. But I might need to play mid-floor. I'm not going to take space right now, but I'm going to think about it a little more. One Horn's Tome is tempting. I feel like this is Spreading Spores. I don't know. Do I need it? I think that if I commit to my Prince line as well as I can, he should just win any combat. But Spreading Spores adds a lot of certainty to that claim, right? Like, if everything goes to plan in this run, my Hornbreaker Prince should be, 500 times 5, something crazy like that. He should have a really high number. 500 times 5 is probably a little hopeful. Probably more like 2 to 300, but still. I don't know. I'll take it. I don't think it hurts. It's like a better safe than sorry situation. I already have this unit. We'll just play Shattered Shell. That would be funny. Different run. This is Exile Awoken. I think it's not so good here. I'm gonna take energy. I feel like space is probably what I'm taking next. But I don't think I need the fledgling imp right now, and if I don't need him now, I might not need him at all. Could do a double up on the Awoken Hollow and do a self-infuse on this run though. I'm gonna move the mic in a little closer as well. Right, so I could double up Awoken Hollow here. Not here because I didn't take space, but I think I'm not going to do that. Value Stone would be good. One spell. Can play... it's not very good. Thinking about, you could play -1 and then Spell Chain on Ritual of Battle, but that's just double stack. That's the thing about Spell Chain. On a card like Ritual of Battle, it's just double stack, but worse. And then at 0, it's double stack, period. No but worse. I'm not gonna buy anything else at that shop. I don't have the money for it. We go all the way on Brawler. Confidently. And nothing in this temple. Temple here, artifact, money, temple. Okay. We'll make a full-scale plan for our pack shards at this temple. Nice to have a temple right before Seraph, though. Makes things a lot easier for planning. This is... If I had Intrinsic, I would slam this trial without a question. I'm going to still take it. I want the money a lot. But it's a little more frightening. Oh yeah, very frightening with that. Ooh. Eesh. What the hell is this? So I'll just ping your shield, I guess, and then... Playing this Vine Grasp is worth like 32 damage, yeah. Maybe net -2. I can play... Actually, Rail Beater does something here at least. Get him on the field since I didn't draw my Awoken man. Gonna need to get rid of Rail Beater, obviously. He served his purpose, and now he can comfortably leave the run, though. Well, I think that spending spells on Bow Marksman is a waste of my time right now. He's gonna die. There's no question about it. Yeah, you're gonna hurt me a lot. This is a pretty rough draw. That's gonna be really terrible, is what that is. It's 26. I guess it's not really terrible. Bad draw, and I took 26 off of it. Hopefully not a trend. I guess our boy doesn't scale super well right now, but that's gonna change moments from now. Trust. Trust. Fighting Spores is good because it says regen. Don't play another card on this floor because another card could mess up the... I don't think it would, but it could mess up that turn. Or mess up the enemies dying, I should say. We took 26 for the trial. I think at the end of the day it wasn't worth it. I'd rather have my health right now than the 20... but we would have taken damage anyway. We would have just taken 12 less. I took 12 for the trial as a result. 150. He's not bad right now. Considering the position that we're in and how the run is going so far, he's okay. You have to keep an eye out for Diligent Seraph for what it's worth. Gotta make sure I don't... Or gotta make sure I don't remove too many spells on this one. Here's an interesting offer. Fish Scholar. I don't think he's very good. He's not got much to bring back, but on a different run, a slightly different choice, and we could be in a great spot. Or you take him as a perspective pick, but I don't really like either of those options. I'm gonna skip. I don't really feel like I want to play an imp setup here. Please stop showing me Bramble Lash. I don't want that. I'll take Engraft over Ensnare. I want the Rejuve triggers for Cultivate. We're gonna go Magic Shop here. We make a choice on what we're doing for Ritual of Battle here, and then we duplicate it right before Fell. And then we'll have 3 of whatever good Ritual of Battle we get. Not the worst. No value stone. So I'm going to start by removing 2 train stewards. We're going to make we're going to give it a -1 and then whatever the good magic shop upgrade is here. As long as it's not permafrost, we're sitting very happy. Hold over. Sure, that's good. And so we can play double energy and then like 2 or 3 holdover ritual battles, which is probably good. Given the circumstances here, let me do some counting. 45, 55, 25 from the temple here. So we're at 55, and I have 2 options to take 25. That's not a good way to make this, is there? Huh. Yeah, I also forgot to, so I will pay the money to get rid of Railbeater. Thank you for your service, brother. Goodbye. I think I'm gonna take a Purge Stone. What can I spell chain? I can do like a... I could do a weird... Oh yeah, I forgot about Spreading Spores a little bit. You could do some weird stuff with Spreading Spores. Oh, I bet this is really sick with like spell chain -1/-1 on it. I need to go to another magic shop for that. And that's a ways away. So I'd be making the card basically worthless if I put spell chain on it right now. But yeah, spell chain -1/-1 Spreading Spores would have been pretty cool too, instead of -1s where I put them. Well, the Ritual of Battle one is correct, but this one would be cool for a -1. Oh well. Actually, at 0/1, it's going to be hard to play, so we're spending all of our energy on Ritual. This is the deck that can use as much energy as I can take for it, I feel. If I take 15, we're at 45. I then take 15 again, and we're at 60. 10 puts you at 70. So if I take... I have to take 25 here, and then 25 at the next one puts me at 80. Wait, there's like no good way to get to 100, is there? Let's meet a 65, 80. Okay, I'm gonna infuse Fledgling Imp onto the Awoken Hollow. This is okay for a few reasons. One of them is it gets rid of Fledgling Imp. I am not going to commit the Fledgling Imp here. The other reason, I guess you could do a self-infused thing. I'm gonna do this because it's just a pack shards idea. We get rage out of it, it's fine, right? And it's not crazy good, but it's fine. We get some early game rage in the combat, it's okay. But then we go to 80 here, 90 here, 100 here. Nice and even. We're not gonna get much Pyre. I mean, we're gonna be at 42 through Fel. Curse Fel shouldn't be that bad. I do want to click Trials, but I'm definitely worried here. If I had Intrinsic again. So maybe in hindsight, Intrinsic would have been a good grab, because Intrinsic would make me feel confident enough to take these Trials. It's an interesting thought, at least. We'll just ping off whatever. Doesn't matter a lot. Can't believe I'm on a 4-game win streak right now, actually. I don't feel like I should be on a 4-game win streak. I don't feel like I've been playing particularly well, but, you know. Yesterday's run was just a gimme. That run would have been hard to find the loser for. I feel like the game has been pretty kind to me with its offers lately. We have 1 or 2 runs that are pretty tough, and sometimes those slip away, but otherwise we are having a lot of bangers. And I don't mind, right? I've been kind of back and forth on what I want out of the series lately, or just in general, I've been kind of back and forth, but I'm happy to just go for wins and also lines that are somewhat interesting, right? At the end of the day, you gotta accept that not every run's gonna be a super unique banger. Not every run is Idiot Sandwich, right? That's the philosophy I've been subscribing to lately. Sometimes you just play a good old-fashioned Brawler Prince run. There's a lot of ways to play. And I am happy to play any of them. I did kill the sycophant there. That could have been bad. I didn't even think about it. Didn't even cross my mind. Skip this pack, same reason I skipped the last pack, but now they threw Awaken in it to try and trick me. I do want some more spells, so I'm gonna grab Invigorating Solution. Another thing about Spreading Spores, another reason that I took it, is because it helps a lot on Diligent Seraph. Start with this artifact. We grab Refracting Lenses, even though I only have one consume spell. 2 consume spells actually now. Yeah, I'm down for Refracting Lenses. Although actually, if you're worried about Diligent Seraph, I should grab Cursed Vines. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. Cursed Vines hard counters Diligent Seraph. It just completely negates his curses. So I can remove really aggressively in this deck, which is great. If I turn this into a Spreading Spore setup, it's free. Plus 5 health sounds good, but more rage damage sounds better to me. And I will grab one more ritual. At least. Quick look ahead. The duplicate does not line up with the magic shop, but I can go to this magic shop. I think we might duplicate Spreading Spores last. We might go to 0 on this and then duplicate it. And then that's a strong-ish idea too. Okay. We set up bottom 4 against Cursed Fell. Sorry, I'm a little close to the microphone, so I'm gonna speak a little quieter. I just sat up and I am a little closer, so I don't wanna suddenly increase my voice volume and startle you. Bottom 4 here. Sorry about the yawns. It is rather late. 30 hits here, 50, 50, 50. If I pull this guy to the front, whole floor dies, and Graph is free. And we wanna be saving Pyre health because we are a little bit hurting. Not a lot, but it hurts a little bit. That was me holding dead weight, going, huh, wonder why this card can't be played. Strange. On Seraph, I'll play bottom 4 on Seraph, but I will not be super happy about it. Drop one of the rituals, it's fine. Because I'm gonna take some... I want to think now about how I'm going to stop taking free damage on Seraph. Because it's going to happen. I'm going to take a bunch of free damage to Seraph, putting enemies on the top 2 floors, right? It has to happen. There's no way around it. I skip Wildwood Sap. It's okay. I wanted to play it, but I want my ritual more. Could I get there with just playing... I guess I could just catch them all with Vine Grasps, actually. Right, that's fine. Because he can't spawn infused ones. I was worried thinking about him spawning an infused enemy, but that doesn't happen. If I go Vine Grasp, Glimmer, I get 200 more damage on Fel. Yeah. The potential fear here goes away because I pulled Fel down. I got a free round on her last combat, or last round basically. Free round -1. 66% of a free round. Last Stand is fun. I like a lot of rage. I'm done. I feel good about our draw, and I do not need space because we pivoted the run a little bit, so I will take energy again. And I think this deck uses 5 energy. Even though that was Cursed Fel, I think 5 energy is fine. Light's Gift. It's good. No doubt. Do I want it? Like, it's good. It's fine. I don't think it does a lot for us because we are already healing all the damage we take and killing the scary enemies, but I don't know. Cleansing Water is also fine since infused enemies have buffs, but I'll take Light's Gift. It's fine. Grab that money for Pact Shards, and you got... It's a lot of magic shops we went to on this run. Spreading Spores, we go +10. Don't really want it. I do want permafrost on last stand. And we reroll. Hold over again, huh? I can hold over a lot of cards at this point. I think too much holdover if I take this holdover, because that's 3 already. We'll be at like 4. We have 4 holdover spells if I take it. I think we take Spreading Spores to 0 and then look for Spell Chain in the next one. I will go over for Spell Chain because it's fun. Yeah, I think this holdover is bad. I don't really want to purge anything here. Maybe Inflame, but... sorry. I will get rid of Inflame. And Torch. We have pings every turn, thanks to Curse Vines, so... go ahead and go Brawler. All the way. Brawl the way, more like. Aha. Let me out. Wings Combat, Heaven's Seal. I'll disrespect. I'm not afraid. I feel like I gave too much respect last time, and now I'm going to give not enough respect. But as long as we draw reasonably, which it looks like we did draw reasonably. This run, I would have taken draw at the last... at Foul here, I would have taken draw, except for we have Lost Luggage, right? The downside of no draw is your first turn is worse, but our first turn is better already because of Lost Luggage. Just a little side note for you there, worth mentioning. A little something something for you. And it is worth mentioning, because it's important. In terms of how we're building up the deck anyway. Yeah, we're there. Already. I wonder about having taken... what did I take? I took Curse Vines, right? At the... you remember the junction I'm about to talk to you about? I took Cursed Vines over the healing, and I might just not have any more healing path for me. Just might happen that way. Which is probably fine, right? Nothing should go by me at this point. Our Pyre health should be relatively safe. We are made safer. Like, I get to make the deck a lot stronger right now by being able to remove more aggressively because of Cursed Vines, right? So maybe I'm saving health in that regard as a result. Hard to say, really. Our win condition is last stand at this point as well. To the point that I might make another one. Because if we double our rage twice, we're just gonna steamroll, I'm pretty sure. You just steamroll if you double your rage twice. Feels like you should. What is he? He's a 100 rager? When you go to 400 rage, you're doing a big number. Hey, wait a minute. That was dumb. And it doesn't even matter. He just kills him turn 1 anyway. Don't ask me about that one. I don't really know what... I mean, I wasn't thinking at the end. I was not... there is no I don't know. I was not thinking about that one. You guys saw important work, important work, important work. I saw important work in every card pack that like every uncommon card pack had important work. That's kind of weird. I wonder why. Right, so here I actually don't hate going left. I'm gonna go right because I think I want to duplicate, but going left and hitting another magic shot plus the health would be good. I don't know. Like, okay, what do I need to win this run, I guess? Let's think in terms of that. Because right now I'm just kind of, I'm not giving a whole lot of thought in terms of how do I win this run. Think about how you, how do I lose this run, I guess is the question. I lose this run if Prince dies. How does Prince die? Or Awoken Hollow. I lose this round if Prince dies. Prince dies if Awoken Hollow dies. Awoken Hollow dies basically never because of Light's Gift. So I win this run by having Prince do like 4,000 damage per round in Relentless, right? Okay, I don't think it actually matters. As I like talk this out, I'm pretty sure that this deck already wins. I think that this wins, just straight up. So I'd rather go right. In the next combat, maybe it's not so straight up because I'm going to play not top 4. Plus 10 piercing. I've saved Glimmer. I saved this slot on Glimmer for a plus 10 piercing, and we got it. How cool. Endless Rage 7 plus 10. Let's take a quick peek at the trinket shop. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. Oh, that's really strong because it ups his max health twice. It just adds more rounds of health for Awoken Hollow, but do I even need that? I think it's also strong because it gives 10 rage. 50% max health. My champion could have 9 health. I'll take it. I think I'm gonna struggle to find anything else to spend my money on here. We'll hit the steel shop and we will reroll. Plus 25. Yep. Sure. I rerolled for it. In hindsight, now that since I took Ashes, I probably didn't even need to bother with that, but it doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna buy the Precious Plating, so again, I think I'm gonna struggle to find things to spend money on, and I will take Railhammer. Sure, that was an insane shot. Those were all really good. I think that the second Spreading Spores is a bait, because I don't actually need it. I'll take another Last Stand. I don't think I need Spreading Spores to win this run. Spreading Spores sounded cool, but now that I've thought about it a little more, I'm just gonna put up so much rage that I win by default. I can get rid of my last torch. Okay. Diligent Seraph doesn't stand a chance. 100 of 100. 100 of 100. Double check. Check again. One more time. 100 of 100. Yep. While we're checking things that I already know, am I muted? Hey, have I checked if I'm muted lately? Am I recording? One of these days I'm going to not be recording. It's gonna be a strange day. Right, so we drew Glimmer turn 1 is great news. It means I'm going to play bottom floor. Happy to do so. Ritual up. Glimmer up. Most important thing to do here is remember to play Vine Grasp. Remember to not go past 9, which I will not do, and play Vine Grasp first. Doesn't matter on whom, I just play it first. And it's gonna be like Light's Gift. This is a combat that is going to remind us that Light's Gift, while very good here, probably didn't need it to win this run. First thing we do, we play Vine Grasp right there. Thank you, Vine Grasp. Very cool. Let's play our holdover spells. My deck is basically just going to play itself now. I have 5 energy and I play all 5 of my energy every turn. It's all about the order. Thank you. I'll probably just double them up twice at... so I don't need to... It's weird, right? I don't need to do the Last Stand basically at all. I'm just gonna do it because it's gonna make a big number. And I like it when big number happens. So for big number to happen, we have to go 1 Last Stand on 1, 1 Last Stand on 0. That'll operate on biggest number theory. Biggest number theory states, of course, the biggest number is the best. So I will play 1 Ritual plus Glimmer plus Last Stand on each turn from here on. So we go Vine Grasp first, 1 Ritual, 1 Glimmer, 1 Last Stand. And that's a 248. Spreading Force doesn't get to do much in this deck, and that's okay. 175 health and a unit doing, you know, remember when I said 500 and then I said that's probably a little ambitious? I was wrong. 1592 times 5, actually. Dude, I thought I overestimated at 500, and then on that combat, I got triple my overestimation. Ha. The reason that this fight isn't scary is because we have Cultivate, right? And we have a buffer of armor now and Railhammer on top of that. But it's mainly we have Cultivate. And so cultivating every turn is going to keep Prince nice and healthy. It should, anyway. Let's get pinging these damage shields. And I will be glimmering. Oh, if he runs out of armor, or rather, by the time he runs out of armor, he being Prince in this case, should have enough health from being cultivated to survive and heal anyway. I haven't actually been paying attention to what his health numbers have been ending at, but they've been pretty high, it feels like. Since he's at 16 right now. Okay. I'm trying to play this like it's the last Seraph fight. Trying to think about playing Vine Grasp in the correct order and things like that. The boss is already down 1500. Remember that I picked up Piercing, so I just pierce for 42. 42 AoE damage plus pierce, like 42 AoE piercing and also 42 healing. Strong. I'm just gonna tell it to you like it is. Strong. From this position, I think in terms of maximum efficiency. Hang on, can you do? I wanna check something here, so I asked Dusk about this on stream last time I played Monster Train, the way that enemies die front to back. Because as you can see, if I play Glimmer, the backmost enemy gets armor. I want to check if I pull this enemy to the front, neither of them get armor, as you would expect, right? Just something I wanted to look at there. For my research purposes. The old conundrum of front to back. I asked to have it explained so I could try and learn what you do about it. And the answer is basically enemies die. The way that it was described to me is enemies die and the animation time staggers their deaths. So they die in like clusters of 2 from front to back. Like the first 2 enemies take the damage, and then the rest of the floor takes the damage is what's happening, so that the animations can happen. And so to combat that, you can maybe reorganize floors. Was one of the things I was thinking. I don't think it would ever really matter, but it's something worth keeping an eye on. Divinity's dead. Only 1192 times 3, so really pretty underwhelming on this run. Not super exciting. Thank you, Last Stand, for giving me something to title this episode, though. I was worried because this was feeling like a pretty bog standard run, but, you know, Last Stand came along. This run just kind of feels like it was handed to me. Same as yesterday's run. I just kind of walked into it. Not complaining, but I did like some thinking in the early game. I guess the run was... I got to make a decision early on, which we got Lightstone casing for, and then we got to have it pay out with this really strong ritual battle, which I would not have played. So, you know, it's easy for me to say, oh, this run, it was just, like, gifted to me, but I made a decision early game. I was strong. I took a relic, and the relic paid out big time, because we got to play -1/-1 holdover ritual, and Extreme Stone holdover plus 10 piercing glimmer. This card is ridiculous. That card is absurd. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Well, I shouldn't take away from myself. I did good on that run. Why not? Nothing like exceptional, right? I didn't play anything too complex, but I did fine. We won the run. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I just sang that one for you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.